What's good, YouTube? Welcome back, guys. Here I am with a viewer that used to be a viewer, and he actually became a student. And he also became, what is this? This is from the Patreon. A lot of you know. This is a merch I dropped for you. So, there's a nice story to be told here with Sanjay. He came straight from Singapore. And we're actually just in here. I promised him if he came here, we'll do some sessions, and we've been learning. So look, Sanjay has a story here. He's pulled $30,000, and just like for somebody, you've been day trading for how long?
Couple of years, about four or
Couple.
5 years, yeah.
But one thing I would say is he was trading with a funded program, and with a funded program, there is limitations. So that 30,000, eventually, majority of it got wiped, and there's some lessons. Yeah, you want to do that. There's some lessons we're learning from this. So I'll hand him the mic, and I guess let me ask him a question because he doesn't know where to start. But yeah, there's some lessons to be learned here to be shared with
Absolutely.
everybody else out there. So let me ask you one question: how did you manage to pull 30,000 in the first place? Because it's
Yeah,
it's not everybody that
yeah.
can manage that.
So the thing is, I played big, right? So I've been following Zed for a number of years, and my tactic was basically follow exactly what Zed says. So Zed would put out those calls for the buys and the sells, and I just basically follow it to the T. Now, how I made that big was because I was using a funded
Thank you.
account
Thank you.
with a big fund of about 360,000, and I basically went all in, not even realizing about the drawdown or the overnight exposure of more than 20%
Yeah.
initially. So went in big, and it was during that season where everything was performing well, did really well,
It was
and
2024.
2024, yeah,
Yeah,
just
2024 when
last year,
everything was just on an uptrend.
climbing, yeah. So in some sense, yeah, I followed Z to the T, and also I got lucky at the same time. And all that was going really well. And even the months after that, I was still making money. And then I got greedy.
Mm.
So what I started doing was I was taking bigger risks. I was, to a point, it felt like I was gambling, but I was just going ahead with it because all I had in mind was how much I could make.
Yeah.
And yeah, that got the better of me. The psychology got the better
Yeah,
of me.
let me add to that. I think when you told me, I think I understand it very well. What ended up happening is because the market was just going up, guys, which is something we see. Uh, you kind of start to add and pile on to these positions
Yep.
without worrying about your exposure to the markets, and especially with what you're doing with the funded program, there was you can't afford to have too much exposure.
Absolutely.
So
Absolutely.
with that, the market ended up pulling back, and I think from December 2024
Yeah.
to what now halfway through 2025, it's impossible to it's impossible to actually survive any funded programs and even make money for yourself. But 30,000 made.
Yep. I mean, I did make a profit. I did bank out the profit. I think that's really important when you do make money on these funded accounts.
Yeah.
End of the month, take the money out. Don't leave it there. Don't compound it.
Also with your real trading account as well.
I had a real trading account as well.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's you have to. It's a must. It's a must that you
Take the money out.
withdraw it,
Yeah,
pull it out.
realize your profits.
Yeah,
Realize your profits and play by the month because you want to scale up and you want to survive, right?
yeah.
You want to survive the market. And for me, this was a form of income as well. So you do want to make it consistent and you do want to put too much risk on it.
So let me ask you a question. Right now, what you're doing is we're actually scalping. We've
Scalping.
been
Maybe
scalping.
having fun scalping.
We've
Yeah.
been having fun scalping. And you watched me in 15 minutes. We last time what we did like
We did about
a
120,
hundred
120 in 15
in
minutes.
15 minutes. All right. What do you prefer? Do you prefer stocks or scalping? Now I know the answer because stocks I think they're safe,
Yep.
but scalping you've seen we made that much and then the next day we tried again. We went down and then we had to climb again.
Absolutely.
But with stocks it's one hit and
Yeah, I always prefer stocks, right? If the fundamentals are good, the long-term intrinsic value is there, go for stocks.
yeah.
Why I was learning scalping was because, well, a small reason I was bored while waiting for the market to recover. That's a small reason, but I also felt that scalping was a great way to, you
It
know,
was simple.
just yeah, simple, like just making that bit of money
In
every
out.
day, in out. It's quite fun as
Yeah.
well. So I do enjoy scalping, but I wouldn't rely on scalping to make you the millions.
That's what I say.
You know, don't
That's what I
rely
say.
on scalping make you the millions.
Now, here's one question, because what I make these videos is so people actually know from real people, not just from me. In today's world of the internet, everybody can say stuff and everybody, but when you bring real, genuine people, not YouTubers and not social media gurus, real people can tell you the reality of it. And this is why I wanted to make this is for you guys to learn from real people. For me, I'm out of touch with reality. Some might say I've done this too long that nobody can relate anymore. People can't relate anymore to what I do. But it's that's why I bring people like Sanjay on, which he came from Singapore. And the first thing I said, "What are you doing here?" He said, "I came to see you." And that's to me is something special. That's why I dedicate time to you guys. If you ever in Dubai, guys, you make sure you hit me up. So look, here's the thing: a very important advice you want to give to everybody out there from your lessons, from you've learned. Because look, when you take a loss, you learn something. And if you were to point people towards something here, what would it be towards?
Definitely managing your mindset, managing your psychology, managing your anxiety, because it's it's an easy game sometimes, but sometimes it really gets nerve wracking if the market's down, you've got unrealized losses, and you're just waiting for it to recover. It messes with you in the
It
head
does.
sometimes,
It
right?
does, man.
So I think surviving this game, surviving this as a career, if it is for some of
Yeah.
you, essentially is managing your mindset, managing your anxiety. I mean, if you want to go for therapy because of this, go for therapy
You're
because
actually hold on.
yeah,
His actual your actual
I'm a mental wellness coach.
yeah. What
Yeah,
is it?
mental wellness coach.
So do you think that helps with what you do?
Yep, with the stuff I do, I use those methods on myself. I use a couple of techniques like breathwork
Yeah.
techniques. There's one technique specifically I use called access bars. If you all look it up, it's something that really helps calm you down, calm your mind. Best part, you don't even have to talk. It's a no talk method. But you see, there's so many things out there. I know people, especially in Dubai, they go for all these things like sound bowl
Yeah.
therapy, healing. Try it out. You gotta do something because you gotta survive the game.
Yeah. This is me personally. Like these days I go for a massage once a week. There's and I'm listening to these. I listen to these talk therapies, to relax me down. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I
And you
think
you made one.
I did. I even made one. I even started making these for people. But look, day trading is the most difficult thing you can do. You hold on. You made your money day trading or swing trading?
Swing.
What is it?
Swing.
So
Yep.
tell us about that strategy. How you approach that?
So swing trading was it's a very simple strategy. It was just
Yeah,
following
it was just
Zed.
okay.
Just yeah, because
But
no, but the thing is, Zed gives
thank you
number
very
one, he
much.
gives his explanation of the fundamentals. He tells you why the stock's good to go, and you
Yeah,
do your own research as well, right? Like I'm not saying blindly follow, but I was blindly following, and then it came to a point where it inspired me to go and actually look into these stocks, understand why Zed was as confident, and then it got me confident as well. So I think doing your own research definitely helps.
yeah,
I did start off with day trading with Zed. I mean, some of the early members here might remember the four patterns. So from
yeah.
those days,
So
yeah,
so here's one thing. Hold on. Let me. I'll take this mic from you.
yeah,
So you said I'm gonna put this on the floor for now. You said swing trading, and you were just following me. That's great. And you're doing it like a lot of people made money in 2024. That's understand. You're one of them
yeah,
because you were in the Patreon.
yeah,
But you did it the risky way. You did it with a funded account.
yeah,
And if you had done it with just equities, with the real, you would have kept that money. I would say,
definitely, definitely,
but
yeah.
but you would have been in an unrealized loss now.
I would be in unrealized, absolutely.
Yeah,
So if you're doing these big trades, these big swings, you gotta manage the big swings, which means that use your own money. So when it's at that real low unrealized loss, just you gotta keep it. But when you're with a funded account, it's gonna close it out for you.
yeah,
And when you realize that loss, it hurts. It hurts
yeah.
more.
And that's why I tell people just focus on your. I think if you're gonna do this, do large on equities only. And if you're gonna try to scalp with a little bit of money. Just make some bucket money, and that's what I'm teaching them here to do today. It's how to do it with small bucket money, but then the large stuff you do it with your real money, and that's the thing that's gonna like gives you life changing trades. But the small stuff, it's and look, Sanjay is making 30,000 and then wiping some. It's not just his case. This is the case for a lot of traders out there because it's the more you expose yourself to the market, the more you risk. But the market isn't going to keep going up. Sometimes it shifts, and if your account is not set up ready for that shift, then it's guaranteed to be a wipe or a 50% dip. But if you're swing trading, you can weather any storm. But if your account doesn't allow you to weather any storms, you're gonna get wiped. For leverage, you can't weather a storm either, so it's just scalp. So I guess it's a lesson you learned, and that's good. And I wanted to share this with you guys because this is something you might encounter in your trading, whether you're using a funded program, whether you're using leverage. Uh, you shouldn't change from one thing to another. Stick with it, and it will work out. But know which style of trading you're going to be using on which account and which one is suitable for that account. And I guess, you just take it on the chin and move on to the next.
Yeah, that's important. I mean, this thing knocked me down like 2 or 3 times over the past 7 years. I gave up twice. I was telling Zed, I gave up. I took a whole break from trading for a year. But you can cry about it or you can really just learn from your mistakes. It's so cliche, right? But I made the mistakes, I learned from the mistakes, and now I'm just confident to get back on. And that's why I'm here. I'm learning again. It's a fresh skill, right? Scalping. It's not something I'm an expert at. And so you just gotta keep moving, gotta keep learning, and then manage this. That's gonna get you far.
Absolutely. I'll actually leave your. You can have an Instagram for
I'll leave it on
your.
Instagram.
I'll leave it in the description for you guys in case you wanna learn some techniques for with therapy, mental therapy. But guys, this game is psychological, it's emotional, and it's a lot of that. It gives you and it will take from you, and it will take you some time, months, years to really figure out what's working for you and what's good for you. And will take you some time to figure out the market. It takes you some time to be confident and comfortable with your strategy. So we're gonna leave it here. I think that should be enough for you guys. A little dose of
Reality.
reality. Thank you very much, guys, for watching. And if you enjoyed this little talk, by the way, this is the merch I dropped. I drop every 3 months a merch for the Patreon, so I like it. I don't even have one.
So I haven't seen it
I
yet.
haven't seen it yet. I'm gonna wear it. That's pretty nice. Thank you guys for watching. Peace and love as always. Love it.